New Mangalore Port Authority, one of the major ports organization, is committed. New Mangalore Port Authority, one of the major ports organization. As a prelude to Vigilance Awareness Week 2024, Dr. A.V. Ramana, Chairman, NMPA, launched the 3-month campaign in the port on preventive vigilance measures from August 16, 2024 to November 15, 2024, and presentation by Sri Padmanabhacha K. IOFS, Chief Vigilance Officer, NMPA. During this campaign period, NMPA conducted series of training programs aimed at capacity building for its employees. These workshops covered key topics like ethics and governance, conduct rules and cyber hygiene and security. The goal was to build a strong foundation of ethical practices, strengthen policy compliance, and heighten awareness of cybersecurity among all staff. Adding to these preparations, a thought-provoking talk on public procurement was delivered by Sri Rakesh Srivastava, Chief Vigilance Officer, Mumbai Port Authority, who emphasized the importance of transparency in procurement processes. To bring energy to the awareness campaign, NMPA organized an eye-catching flash mob in association with college students at Panambur Beach, energizing the public present and encouraging vigilance awareness in a creative way. On 28 October 2024, Dr. A.V. Ramana, Chairman, NMPA, officially kick-started the Vigilance Awareness Week 2024 by administering the Integrity Pledge to employees, staff and trainees, affirming their commitment to honesty and accountability. The pledge-taking ceremony was followed by a signature campaign in the auditorium, allowing all present to visibly commit to integrity in their roles. A presentation to the senior officers of the port by Sri Padmanabhacha K. IOFS, Chief Vigilance Officer, NMPA, on vigilance caselets was held at the boardroom. The Vigilance Department of NMPA organized a range of events to actively engage its workforce and community members in vigilance awareness programs. A skit competition for high school students on the week's theme, Culture of Integrity for Nation's Prosperity, enthralled the audience. Highlights included an essay writing and slogan writing competition for government school and junior college students in the nearby areas. Port employees and outsourced staff also competed in essay and speech contests, providing a platform to share ideas on how vigilance and ethical practices contribute to a stronger organization and nation. Another flash mob by NMPA employees and staff added a festive touch, bringing the port community together in celebration of the values of integrity.
राष्ट्र की समृद्धि।
As Vigilance Awareness Weeks concludes, NMPA reaffirms its unwavering commitment to uphold a culture of integrity, recognizing that ethical governance is essential for true prosperity. By embracing transparency and vigilance, NMPA not only strengthens its foundations but also contributes meaningfully to the nation's progress.
Modern destination for multifarious cargo and cruise passengers alike. There is consistent increase in the luxury cruise liners warm and festive welcome to the cruise passengers.
IAS ಇವರು ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ವೇದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಸೀನರಾಗಲಿರುವವರು ಮುಖ್ಯ ಜಾಗೃತ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಪದ್ಮನಾಭಾಚಾರ್ಯ IOFS ಹಾಗೂ ನವಮಂಗಳೂರು ಬಂದರು ಪ್ರಾಧಿಕಾರದ ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಎಸ್ ಶಾಂತಿ ಇವರು ಆಗಮಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಆದರದ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಬಯಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ.
gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all for the valedictory function of Vigilance Awareness Week 2024. मैं सतर्कता जागरूकता सप्ताह 2024 के समापन समारोह में आप सभी का स्वागत करती हूँ.
ಜಾಗೃತ ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ ಸಪ್ತಾಹದ ಆರಂಭಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಆಧಾರ ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ ಸಪ್ತಾಹದ ಉದ್ದೇಶವು ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರದ ದುಷ್ಪರಿಣಾಮಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಗೃತಿ ಮೂಡಿಸುವುದು ಮತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನು ಎದುರಿಸಲು ಸಾಮೂಹಿಕ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಗಳನ್ನು ಉತ್ತೇಜಿಸುವುದು. ಸಮಗ್ರತೆ, ಪಾರದರ್ಶಕತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರದ ವಿರುದ್ಧದ ಹೋರಾಟವು ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಯ ಭಾಗವಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ಮೂಲಭೂತ ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳಾಗಿ ಕಲಿಸಬೇಕು.
On this occasion, it's an honor to introduce the guests on the dais. We are extremely honored, grateful and very lucky to have Shri Sanjay Bhatia, IAS, Upalokayukta of Maharashtra State as chief guest of today's function. We have with us on dais Dr. Venkatramana Akkaraju, Chairman, New Mangalore Port Authority, who is leading the team NMPA with dedication to maintain integrity in the organization as president of today's function. Also, we are proud to have Srimati Shanti, Deputy Chairperson NMPA, and Shri Padmanabhacha K, IOFS, Chief Vigilance Officer, New Mangalore Port Authority on the dais. Vigilance Awareness Week is observed annually to synchronize with birthday of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Iron Man of India, known to be a man of high integrity. 31 अक्टूबर को सरदार वल्लभभाई पटेल की जयंती पर उनके सम्मान में यह जागरूकता अभियान चलाया जा रहा है. भ्रष्टाचार के बढ़ते खतरे और उसके परिणामों की चिंता को विचार करने के उद्देश्य से सप्ताह मनाया जा रहा है. यह सप्ताह महत्वपूर्ण है क्योंकि सतर्कता और जागरूकता विकासशील देशों की बढ़ती आवश्यकता है जो सामाजिक उन्नयन और परिवर्तन पर ध्यान केंद्रित कर रहे हैं.
Into the pleasant ambience of the program, I request Shri Padmanabhacha.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Good morning everyone. Chief guest of today's function, Honorable Upalokayukta of Maharashtra, Shri Sanjay Bhatia ji. Chairperson NMPA and President of today's function, Dr. A.V. Ramana ji. Deputy Chairperson, Srimati Shanti ji. HODs, officers and staff of NMPA. Officers from CISF, SP and officers from Karnataka Lokayukta and Karnataka Police. Students and teachers from various schools, media personnel, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a very momentous day for New Mangalore Port Authority. Honorable Upalokayukta of Maharashtra is with us for the valedictory function of Vigilance Awareness Week 2024. Sir, your gracious presence is a source of encouragement and inspiration for all of us. On behalf to extend a very warm welcome and thank you for esteemed presence on this occasion. I also cordially welcome all the esteemed dignitaries and invitees to the program. Vigilance Awareness Week is observed in the week in which the birthday of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel falls. The week has been observed from 28th October to 3rd November. Associated with the Vigilance Awareness Week, NMPA is running a 3-month campaign on preventive vigilance, which has commenced from 16th August and is currently underway till 15th November. ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಮತ್ತು ಪರಂಪರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸತ್ಯನಿಷ್ಠೆ ಮತ್ತು ನೈತಿಕ ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳಿಗೆ ಉನ್ನತ ಸ್ಥಾನವನ್ನು ನೀಡಲಾಗಿದೆ. हमारी भारतीय संस्कृति और परंपराओं में सत्यनिष्ठा को सर्वोच्च स्थान दिया है. Taking this into consideration, this year the theme which we had for Vigilance Awareness Week and the campaign is Culture of Integrity for Nation's Prosperity. ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ಅಭ್ಯುದಯಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಸಮಗ್ರತೆಯ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ. सत्यानिष्ठा की संस्कृति से राष्ट्र की समृद्धि. A theme that not only inspires us, motivates us, but also it's a clarion call to make integrity a way of life. On the occasion of Vigilance Awareness Week and the campaign, New Mangalore Port Authority has undertaken various preventive vigilance activities with focus on capacity building programs, identification and implementation of systemic improvement measures, updation of circulars, guidelines, manuals, disposal of complaints received before 30th June 2024, and dynamic digital presence. Also, as a public outreach program, NMPA, along with involved outsourced staff and college students, to conduct activities relevant to the theme that strives to bring maximum participation of public. Keeping young generation in mind and importance of their participation in awareness program, NMPA conducted various competitions for school students. Students from 7 schools participated in the programs and shown their zeal in imbibing ethical values. On this occasion, I congratulate all the participants, especially school students, teachers, and winners of various competitions. The saying, integrity is doing the right thing, even when no one is watching, encapsulates a fundamental principle of moral character and ethics. It emphasizes that true integrity is not dependent on external oversight or the fear of consequences, but rather on an individual's inner sense of right and wrong. All of us wants corruption-free environment, transparency in public life. But most of us expects somebody to do this or think that it is others' responsibility. ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ ಮುಕ್ತ ಭಾರತ ಬೇಕು, ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ ಮುಕ್ತ ಸಮಾಜ ಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅದನ್ನ ಬಯಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ ಅದು ನಾವು ಬಯಸೋದೇನೆಂದರೆ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಅದನ್ನು ನಮಗಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ, ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ, ಲೋಕಾಯುಕ್ತ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ, CVO ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಇದು. ಸೊ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರಿಟಿ ಬಿಗಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಹೋಮ್. ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರಿಟಿ ಬಿಗಿನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಯು. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ inculcate and imbibe the culture of integrity to bring prosperity and build our nation. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for the warm and hearty welcome, and we welcome to you, sir.
As a unique, eco-friendly green initiative, let us have a green welcome to our dignitaries. I request Chairman NMPA Dr. A.V. Ramana sir to welcome our Chief Guest Shri Sanjay Bhatia, Upalokayuktha, Maharashtra State, with the beautiful sapling. Honor to our Chief Guest Shri Sanjay Bhatia. Green welcome to our chief guest with a beautiful sapling. Thank you, sir. I now request Shri Padmanabhachake, IOFS, Chief Vigilance Officer, to kindly present a sapling and welcome our beloved Chairman, Dr. Venkatramana Akkaraju, sir. Green welcome to Chairman Dr. Venkatramana Akkaraju, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Sureka Enhauskiri, Chief Medical Officer, to welcome Madam Shanti, Deputy Chairperson, with the sapling. Thank you, Madam. Now I request Shri Jijo Thomas, Secretary, NMPA, to welcome Shri Padmanabhachake, IOFS, Chief Vigilance Officer, NMPA, with a sapling. Thank you, sir. I also welcome Shri M.A. Natraj, SP Lokayukta, Mangalore. I request Shri Hari S. Deshpande, Deputy Chief Vigilance Officer, to welcome sir with the sapling. Shri M.A. Natraj, SP Lokayukta. I also welcome Professor Mohandas Hegde, MA, PhD Director, Heartfulness Research Center. I request Shri Prashant, Assistant Engineer, Vigilance Department, to welcome sir with the sapling. Thank you, sir. During the 3 months campaign and Vigilance Awareness Week celebration, various activities were conducted among school children, employees, officers, and contract staff of NMPA. Now we will watch a short video on the activities. Video, please.
New Mangalore Port Authority, one of the major ports organization. New Mangalore Port Authority, one of the major and transparency in its operations and business. Observance of Vigilance Awareness Week remains one of the primary tools of preventive vigilance, with focus to building awareness and reaffirming the commitment of everyone to uphold integrity in public governance. As per the directives of Central Vigilance Commission (CVC), New Mangalore Port Authority observed Vigilance Awareness Week from 28th October to 3rd November 2024 on the theme Culture of Integrity for Nation's Prosperity. As a prelude to Vigilance Awareness Week 2024, Dr. A.V. Ramana, Chairman, NMPA, launched the 3-month campaign in the port on preventive vigilance measures from August 16, 2024 to November 15, 2024, and presentation by Shri Padmanabhacha, K. IOFS, Chief Vigilance Officer, NMPA. During this campaign period, NMPA conducted series of training programs aimed at capacity building for its employees. These workshops covered key topics like ethics and governance, conduct rules, and cyber hygiene and security. The goal was to build ethical practices, strengthen policy compliance, and heighten awareness of cybersecurity among all staff. Adding to these preparations, a thought-provoking talk on public procurement was delivered by Shri Rakesh Shrivastava, Chief Vigilance Officer, Mumbai Port Authority, who emphasized the importance of transparency in procurement processes. To bring energy to the awareness campaign, NMPA organized an eye-catching flash mob in association with college students at Panambur Beach, energizing the public present and encouraging vigilance awareness in a creative way. On 28 October 2024, Dr. A.V. Ramana, Chairman, NMPA, officially kick-started the Vigilance Awareness Week 24 by administering the Integrity Pledge to employees, staff, and trainees, affirming their commitment to honesty and accountability. The pledge-taking ceremony was followed by a signature campaign in the auditorium, allowing all present to visibly commit to integrity in their roles. A presentation to officers of the port by Shri Padmanabhacha, K. IOFS, Chief Vigilance Officer, NMPA, on vigilance caselets was held at the boardroom. The Vigilance Department of NMPA organized a range of events to actively engage its workforce and community members in vigilance awareness programs. A skit competition for high school students on the week's theme, Culture of Integrity for Nation's Prosperity, enthralled the audience. Highlights included an essay writing and slogan writing competition for government school and junior college students in the nearby areas. Port employees and outsourced staff also competed in essay and speech contests, providing a platform to share ideas on how vigilance and ethical practices contribute to a stronger organization and nation. Another flash mob by NMPA employees and staff added a festive touch, bringing the port community together in celebration of the values of integrity.
कि आपके कंधों का बोझ बहुत बढ़िया है।
इसे होगी राष्ट्र की समृद्धि।
As Vigilance Awareness Weeks concludes, NMPA reaffirms its unwavering commitment to uphold a culture of integrity, recognize that ethical governance is essential for true prosperity. By embracing transparency and vigilance, NMPA not only strengthens its foundations, but also contributes meaningfully to the nation's progress.
A big round of applause for our vigilance team for unwavering commitment.
We have with us today on the dais our Deputy Chairperson, Srimati S. Shanti. May I now request Madam to address the gathering.
Good morning to all. Respected Sanjay Bhattaji sir, IAS retired, and Honorable Upaloyukta Maharashtra State, the Chief Guest of the day. Respected Chairperson Dr. Venkatramana Akkarajuji, the President over the function. CEO Shri Padmanabhacharji, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, HODs, officers, employees, ladies and gentlemen. I really thank for the opportunity for me. Really, if you see the vigilance awareness, it's not for the vigilance department. In fact, it is for other than the vigilance department. Had all of us been very vigilant in applying the rules, recalling the regulations, procedures, and clearly disposal of the files, etc., there will not be any role for the vigilance to write on us or to point out us. That is why in the years, if you see for the past so many years, the CVC has come out with the concept of preventive vigilance. Because as we say, prevention is better than cure. Because it is not for the vigilance to see after the occurrence of the error, but to ensure that we do things correctly, clearly, and so that largely we in government, the public is not put into any hardship. They have come out with the preventive vigilance. As usual, our vigilance department has very good ideas, suggestions, etc. And as we all know, NMPA is known for its SOPs, and for every issue we come out with the circular or the modus operandi by which we all are prevented from making any errors in our work. I request all of us, and I also assure that we continue to follow the same so that this NMPA be a model port among all the ports, free organization. I once again thank you all for this opportunity given to me, and also I thank the President as well as the Chief Guest for this. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam, for your valuable guidance.
Friends, New Mangalore Port is known for most user-friendly and clean port among the major ports, which is led by our dynamic chairman, Dr. Venkatramana Akkaraju, tireless champion of integrity and vigilance. Now, may I request our chairman, Dr. Venkatramana Akkaraju, sir, to address us on this occasion.
Chief guest of the occasion, Upaloyukta for the state of Maharashtra, Shri Sanjay Bhatia Saab, who is a very well-known figure to the port community, the Chief Vigilance Officer, Mr. Padmanabh, Deputy Chairman Shanti, HODs, Deputy HODs, officers, young boys and girls who are present here. A very good morning and warm welcome to the. As you all can recollect, from 16th of August up to 15th of November, we have declared it as Vigilance Prelude. The idea is to make people aware of what is ethical working, what is transparent working, and what is disciplined working. As such, the term vigilance has no relevance to corruption. Vigilance means satark, to be alert, the English meaning. You have to be alert in all walks of life, whether it is at home, whether it is on road, whether it is in school, or whether it is in college. Alertness, vigilance, to be vigilant is very, very important. As I always say, you should be vigilant against unethical working. You should be vigilant against non-transparent working. You should be vigilant against undemocratic procedures. The theme for this year is culture of integrity for nation's prosperity. This theme is a very well thought of theme. When integrity becomes a culture, when transparent working becomes a part of your life, when ethical working becomes your habit, your total scenario will change. In fact, the integrity, transparency, and ethics should be thought and taught as a fundamental value in the school. As you all know, for any person, for any child, 3 to 7 years are the formative age. This is the age, this is the time when the schools have to take the fundamental responsibility and teach the young kids what is integrity, what is ethical, what is self-discipline, and what is democracy. If you are able to teach all these to the children, there is no need to worry regarding corruption in the society. As I always used to tell you, corruption, there is political corruption. Corruption, social corruption. Third type of corruption is executive corruption. And there is another term, collusive corruption. All democratic countries, we are fundamentally based on vote. The power to govern the society comes from the vote. When the citizens of the country are sold by taking 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees to vote, note for vote, naturally, it's a big doubt what type of power you are electing, selecting to govern you. So, the basic responsibility for corruption in a country lies with the citizens, with the voters. If you are able to have the right type of people at that power, selfless people who are devoted for the country, everything will fall in line. A fellow who comes to power by taking note, Naturally, he wants to earn it back. He will do the same thing, whatever is required to fill his coffer and fight for the next election. He will induce the corruption into the society. There comes the social corruption. When you are traveling in a bus, when some nonsense happens to some girl or some old man, if you are not looking at him, it's social corruption. When you go to a police station, though you have a genuine complaint, if the police refuse to file, that it is social corruption. Fighting corruption is not joke. You should have the dare. You should have the lot of self-confidence. Then only you can fight. Because people who are in the corruption, they are a coterie. They are a group of people. When you say you are doing nonsense, they will try to say that you are wrong. So for pointing it out and fighting it out, you should have a lot of self-confidence, self-discipline, and faith in your own religion, whatever you follow. Now, social corruption, there is a collusive corruption. Suppose, in a particular office, I want to do a nonsense. Group of people want to do nonsense. Right from we'll put the nonsense, he will show the donkey as a horse. Next fellow will sign that it is a horse. Third fellow also will say it is not a donkey, it is a horse. The group of collusive people think that when the file reaches the top, whoever is the competent authority, he is afraid. Because government setup may, when 4 people call a donkey as a horse, if you say no, you are telling wrong, it is a donkey, it's a horse, the same fellow will write against you. And you should have the guts to say that it is not a donkey, it is not a horse, it is a donkey. See, it is having 4 legs, stripes on it. It's in a different way, it is not a horse. So collusive corruption. Collusive corruption is another this thing. And there are ways and means to cut down collusive corruption. It's not difficult. So in a typical government business, collusive corruption is coming. This also has to be tackled. When you talk about social corruption, when a good important social infrastructure project is coming, say a road project or a fishing project, group of 100 people, 150 people, 200 people will join hands. They want to extract money. So they create an issue. They stop the work. A social work, a social infrastructure project which benefits lakhs of people will get stopped because of few 100, 200 people. These 100, 200 people are not saint. They have their own personal agenda. They want to make something out of it. When people say national highway, this particular stretch is bad, this particular stretch is wrong, or is having potholes, why it is happening? At every village, groups of people, their only work is this. They don't have any other work. 50, 60 people will come, they will sit on the road, they will say this is our land or this is road can't be made, this much to me, we'll allow. Unka dandha hi wahi hai. So naturally, when a contractor or government spends 10 rupees, 2 rupees, 3 rupees, 4 rupees is draining on this. This is a social corruption. The social corruption also should be stopped. For stopping this social, we should have the dare to talk it out. It's a democratic country. No one can do anything. As long as you are right, no one can do anything. If you have your powers, if you have your jurisdiction, we also have. As a citizen, you also have powers. You also have fundamental rights. Third thing is executive corruption. I need not talk about executive corruption because of political corruption, because of social corruption. Executive corruption also is spreading like a wildfire. So how to stop this? The first thing is teach your children what is got to do. When he becomes a big fellow, when he becomes a citizen, grown-up person, he will not get into this. Second thing, he will have the dare to talk against it. Third thing, you should make use of the technology. You know, earlier, RTO office, when you go, you had to stand in queue. You had to pay the tout, then only we'll get. Now everything is made online. Passport is made online. Once you, FIR also is made online. You can do FIR also online. If you go to a police station and if they refuse to file your complaint, you can make a FIR online and send a copy to High Court. So, making use of technology, leverage of technology, we are able to arrest, stop the corruption to a big extent. So, it becomes our duty to stop corruption. As far as the port sector is concerned, I am proud to say, out of 73 documents the port handles, all 73 are digitized. There is no need for any person and plead in person. Everything will be done in online. Even the pension portal is made online. Even the grievances are made, redressal is made online. And every document, every timeline is supported by SOP. You can catch people if it is not done. So this is only a beginning. We have to walk further. Just like we are able to do passport digitization and our driving license digitization, FIR digitization, now the courts are also coming online. Once the courts also become online, their judgment becomes online, it's going to be a huge revolution. India, we got just our freedom not even 100 years back. So we can't compare ourselves with America or other Western countries. I am sure by 2047 Amritkal, we will be far better than them. Still, furthermore revolution is going to happen, furthermore digitization is going to happen, furthermore ease of doing business is going to happen. And our country, where it wants to become a $40 to $60 trillion economy by 2047, this has to happen and this will happen. That day also we are going to see. And the other important thing is, I forgot to tell, reforms in the electoral process. Just like Mr. Station was able to do a lot of reforms in the electoral process, perhaps in future years we may get much better electoral process reforms where people with criminal background, people who want to make money after getting the power, they will be discouraged to occupy the places. That day also will happen. Democracy maturity will grow up to that level. So India is a very forward-moving country. We have great leaders and we have great intellectuals. And I am sure the future years are going to be much brighter and much promising for the next generations. With this, I thank you very much for listening to me patiently. Let us hope for the best. And always, dharmo rakshiti rakshitaha. That means, if you follow dharma, dharma will protect you. Dharma doesn't have anything with the religion. Don't think dharma means religion. Dharma is nothing but ethical way of living. Dharma is nothing but transparent way of working. Dharma is nothing but to be self-disciplined. So follow dharma. Dharma will take care. Our country will be definitely in the 1, 2, 3 positions in the top superpowers in the global economy. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Under the visionary leadership of our esteemed chairman, we have made significant strides in promoting transparency and accountability. Thank you very much, sir, for the inspiring address of the gathering. Before proceeding to Chief Guest's address, I present a brief biodata of Sir Shri Sanjay Bhatia, Upalokayukta, Maharashtra State. Shri Sanjay Bhatia is a mechanical engineer and an MBA from Southern Cross University, Australia. He has been a Maharashtra cadre IAS officer in the rank of Chief Secretary of the State and Secretary in Government of India. He has 38 years of experience in serving at various senior levels in Government of India and Government of Maharashtra. He is presently the Upalokayukta of Maharashtra in the rank of a High Court judge. His last IAS posting before the present assignment was Chairman Mumbai Port Trust in the rank of Secretary to Government of India and Chairman Indian Ports Association. He has held a number of other important portfolios like Chairman Kandla Port, Vice Chairman and Managing Director SIDCO, Development of New Towns Airport Metro, Commissioner Sales Tax Maharashtra, Managing Director Maharashtra State Electricity Distribution Company, Secretary Maharashtra State Electricity Board, Additional Director General Ashada, Director Heavy Industries Government of India, Collector Gadchiroli, Chief Executive Officer Zilla Parishad Solapur and Plant Officer Karwar District Kolhapur etc. and has brought transparency reforms in management and HR development in all these organizations with the help of meditation techniques. He has been awarded a number of awards such as Ananya Award for Fighting Against Corruption, E-Government's Award, Rajiv Gandhi Gatiman Prashasan Award, Mahashilpakar Award, Honorary Master Mariner, Bloomberg Award for contribution to the development of cruise tourism in India. He is also a trainer of heartfulness meditation and has been practicing meditation for the last 23 years. With this brief introduction, may I now request our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Sanjay Bhatia Sir, to address the gathering.
Honorable Dr. Venkatraman, Chairman, Mangalore Port, Deputy Chairman Shrimati Shanti, Padmanachar CBO, Shri Veer Raghavan FA. It was a pleasant surprise to see you here. Captain Manoj Joshi, DC, then Shri Thomas, Secretary, Shri Satish Kumar, TM, Shri Deepak Rath, CME, Shri Lagwankar, Chief Engineer, Dr. Surekha Hosekari. I'm so happy half my team is sitting here from Mumbai. CMO, then Deputy Commandant CSF, officer, all the officers of Mangalore Port, employees, students, Superintendent of Police from the Lokayukta office, Mr. Hegde, he's our Heartfulness Institute Director, all the students who are here. It's an honor for me to be here, and I thank Dr. Ramana for inviting me here. After 4 years out of the port area, I'm again having a port experience. Went for a port ride today. All the old memories were all coming back. And I was so happy actually to meet everyone, all the HODs and everyone from the port sector again. NMPA, of course, is playing a very, very important role, large exporter of coffee, and tremendous improvements happening every year. And I must compliment Dr. Ramana, who was my colleague for many years earlier, for doing so much work here. In fact, whenever I used to go earlier also as Chairman IPA, I used to have a discussion about what work is going on. And let me tell you, Dr. Ramana, your officers are fully praising you completely, especially for ERP work which has been done, and then some gates which have been made, and lots of improvements which are happening in the port. Profitability has improved. To you. He has always, of course, been very, very knowledgeable and a source of strength for us earlier also. his experiences from the port sector, because we used to come from the Indian Administrative Service as chairman for 5 years and had to learn everything. He was already there who had learned everything from the experiences. So I remember using his experience at various levels. They were always very, very mature decisions which we could take, mainly because of your chairman who's sitting here. Before I start my regular speech, I want to just relate one more incident that I don't know whether you guys know it. There was some fire in a incident in Mumbai 27 years back. And I'm told he was the executive engineer in Mumbai and he single-handedly handled that huge fire there. So compliments to you. My today's talk is going to be in 3 parts. First part is, what is the importance of integrity? Why we are even talking about integrity? Then ways to build integrity. And third, and the most important according to me, is the Changing Minds program, which I have been implementing. Okay, I must tell you this. Whatever I speak will be from my personal experience. In fact, one day in Coimbatore, I was to deliver a speech on heartfulness, meditation, and the master was sitting there. And the master said, nothing but what you have experienced yourself. So now I follow that fully. Whatever I have experienced, these are going to be stories I will be sharing. No lecture, just whatever I have experienced, you learn yourself from those experiences. After these 3, if we still have time, we are going to have a practical session also. Let's see how it goes, how long this goes. If we have time, we will do that. So the first part, what is the importance of integrity in our life, in our organization? I'll give you an example. When I was 10 years old, my father was an IS officer from Haryana cadre, and we were staying in Chandigarh. I was 10 years old. My younger brother, Ashish, who later became DGP Gujarat, we both of us were very fond of playing cricket. And we used to be after our dad, please get us some good bat. We are very good at cricket. And he would, whatever he could afford, he would get something for us. And right next, a neighbor was there, his colleague, his son and daughter. They were having everything, the best of everything. Oh, that I'm talking about now 50 years back. The best of everything. They were all the playing equipments and everything. And we used to feel so jealous. I said, they have everything and we don't have. So I used to talk to my father. I said, he's your colleague, you're not giving, you're so stingy, and they are getting everything. So my dad used to, he just passed away actually 6 months back, at the age of 91. He said at that time that you will see what happens in the long term. He says he is making money, not from his regular means, he is indulging in some corruption. That is why he is able to throw them. And we have to, we have limited means, so we are giving you whatever we can. And now I'll tell you what happened in the long run. In the long run, after 15 years, there was a CBI raid on that person. He went to jail. He was in jail. His wife had some huge medical problem. Unbelievable sort of things which happened in that family. The daughter had a divorce. The son had also some different kind of depression problems. So the whole family languished after 15 years. This is what happens if you indulge in corruption. Now, I have seen it myself, physically seen. I'm telling you this actual story. So the decision is yours. Not because your chairman is telling you that you need to be not corrupt, but because it is for you. If you are corrupt, this is the type of future you can see for you and your family. So that's why I was very particular. I thought I must tell you this story which I have seen personally. So actually, what is integrity? Integrity is no mask. Normally, wherever we go, we are wearing some sort of a mask. In front of this boss, we have a mask. In front of a subordinate, we have a different mask. Family, we have a different mask. So real integrity is no masks. And I will develop this concept further when I come to the third part, which is the Changing Minds program, which I was able to do at a few places. The second one, I hope importance of integrity is suitably informed. Now, some of the steps which I used to take, the lessons which I learned by heading various organizations, I'm just telling some of those steps. You are actually implementing some of them very well, because I saw the Vigilance Awareness Week presentation and it is really coming out well. You are implementing, but I will just repeat whatever few lessons which I had learned. Number one lesson to develop integrity of the organization is to lead by example, and by a vocal example, not silently lead. You have not only to be not corrupt, but also to be visible as non-corrupt, and vocally you must speak against corruption. This is for the organization, and from his speech itself, I could see that your chairman and your officer heads here are quite vocal against corruption. But this has to be regularly done. I have seen that in my earlier organization. CIDCO, the City and Industrial Development Corporation of Maharashtra, is the richest corporation in the country, developing new towns, and was known as a very, very corrupt organization. That is where I am implementing these, and I think I was at that time quite successful in these. Second thing which I have seen is a very fair recruitment and a fair transfer policy. If the recruitment is fair and you're not come into the organization by paying to someone, then the possibility of you remaining not corrupt is higher. Similarly, in the transfers also. Here also, for example, I was heading the Electricity Board of Maharashtra. We had 130,000 employees. And the engineers were to be appointed, new engineers, and every time there would be selection of I think 100 engineers. So I'm talking about quite some time past. Now I think some of those things have been implemented everywhere. So I was told that for getting every engineer who comes in used to pay about 30 to 40 lakhs. So you can type of amount which used to get collected for getting into the organization was this sort of a thing. So I ensured that an outside independent agency and did the recruitment, and absolute zero money exchange took place in that recruitment. Now, when I see those guys, sometimes now as a Uploka Yukta, I again come across these engineers because they come for a hearing. And we have remained uncorrupt because we were appointed without money. So this is something which I saw, that you can remain, the possibility of remaining. I don't say you can remain, but possibility of remaining uncorrupt is much higher if while recruiting you are not to pay anything. Similar thing about transfers. I used to set up a system of 360 degrees review. 360 degrees for our appointments. So similar 360 degrees review while taking the transfers so that we get the total picture. So this was another thing. Third lesson which I have learned many times the hard way is a dialogue with the stakeholders. All stakeholders, you must have an open dialogue. I'll also give you an example. I think Lagwankar might remember this story in Mumbai port only. In Mumbai, we had started getting cruises. If you remember, we were the first ones. We had developed that jetty, and some cruise terminal had been developed. And the situation had come when two ships wanted to come together. And another place we could have taken the ship, but it was far away, the OCT. You will remember that. But we wanted two ships to come at the same berth. So we asked the engineers, they prepared a plan, about 180 crores to be spent on a new jetty extension, so that the ship can come there. Then, you won't believe it, I'll not name him yet, my deputy conservator and the harbour master came to me. Sir, please come with us, we might be able to give you another solution. DC, no, this is the engineering part. This is basically an engineering part, but DC said. So we had I don't know whether you guys remember that every Wednesday we used to have a HOD meeting. So all of us went to the jetty. And they showed that there were certain, I think they called boulevards. What is it called? Bollards. There were certain bollards by which the second ship can be still held, and the dimensions are enough for two ships to come. And by just strengthening those bollards and something near the jetty, we were able to implement the whole thing in about 10 lakhs of rupees or something. So this is discussion with stakeholders. So how much money was saved, you can imagine. Now, regularly there are two cruise ships coming on the jetty of Mumbai port. On the right in front of the cruise terminal. So this is importance of having discussion with the stakeholders. Then of course capacity building and training, very, very important. I will not elaborate it further, but imparting the values in every training is very, very important. Every training session even if it's a technical training session, some lesson, some lecture on values and meditation, which I'm going to come to later. Another example, and then I want to quickly come back to, I used to prepare a transparency plan, where whichever organization I went, with the help of the CVO, where you look at all the systems which you have. You are already doing it. I have named it transparency plan. All the systems, which are the pain points, determine the pain points, talking to the stakeholders. Now from the pain points, remove the subjectivity, or do digitization, or do something else, so that your systems become much more pure and user-friendly. So this was another way. Wherever I went, we had prepared a transparency plan like this. I brought this, the old one from Sidco. I found it, look at it somewhere. Of course, the carrot and stick policy. Wherever you find someone, you give tough punishment. And the carrot, also special awards. I used to have this coffee with the chairman concept. Every month, every month, one employee would be selected who was known as the efficient and by a 360-degree committee, efficient and honest person, and he would come and have a coffee with me. And we used to go like Karan Johar, we used to give him a cup award on that. So these sort of small recognitions matter a lot in motivating the people. Even regarding the stick, I remember one example. In Sidco, we had found someone who had been indulging in corruption, and the file had come to me now for giving him the punishment. Final punishment was to be given. So, normally moved him from service. That is what was to be done. And somebody came and told me that he's got a family in which there are some spastic children and there are some problems. So I said, what do I do now? He deserves a punishment, which is removal, but those children are going to suffer. So I said, call the family. So the whole family came, even the parents, mother, father, and the family, everybody came. I had a discussion with them. Why did you allow him to be corrupt? it is always the family which encourages him to be corrupt. Let me tell you that. So, after a long discussion, they all promised, the father, mother, the wife, the children, they all gave me a promise that Marathi, ya pude honar nahi, corruption. Ya pude honar nahi means in future such corruption will never happen. We will take responsibility. The other day I checked up. Now it's been 10 years. I am told he is one of the most honest officers, still continuing. So I did not remove him, gave him a warning and continued. So another humanistic way to deal with this is also possible. So I thought I'll just tell these few things. Now I'll come to the final part, the Changing Minds program. One thing in the Changing Minds program is what you are already doing, all the skits. Ideally, Silvio, it should be done by the employees themselves. If outsiders come, they are looking at it. It's like a movie. But when they do it themselves, take part in the plays, in Mumbai Port and all, we have had that system where they used to take part in it themselves. And portraying the same thing. Like Ravan Dahan, we used to do Corruption Dahan. But subsequently, this Vigilance Week has come. Activities are going on. I have also already said values as an essential part of all trainings. Involvement of top leaders in these programs. Continuously, not only in the Vigilance Week. That's why I wanted to say this. Then your employees are going to be with you if you are doing some welfare measures also. They are also looking. Are you doing something for your pensioners? Are you doing something special for the health? If they are looking at that, then they will be listening to the leaders much more. So motivation through these welfare measures is also very, very important. And team building. Now the final part, which I think I have research it has come. Meditation as a tool for developing integrity. Have you heard of this? Meditation as a tool for developing integrity is what I think is my research now. For this, I think I'll now tell you a story. I'll go into a story. Yeah, I have still the time. Okay. So I'm giving you my story now. I am 64 now. I'm taking you to when I was 40 years old. An IS officer at the top of the positions, huge ego, very aggressive, very competitive. Very, very competitive. Normally those who come into IS are competitive. Very, very competitive. My wife was also from the civil service, Indian Revenue Service. Same, all the same qualities which I just said. So we used to have regular fights also. And so this, and life for us till then was work, do the work diligently. Then I used to take part in some sports, so gym or sports. And third is, whenever you're free, go and have a drink and have a party. So this appeared to be life. And could never think of something like meditation or anything like that at all. This is going on. I am posted in Delhi at that time as director in, I think, heavy industry. And suddenly, 2 deaths took place in the family. Very close relatives of my wife. Very, very close. Those whom we were meeting at every weekend. We used to go to Pandara Road, have lunch or dinner with them. Every week we were meeting. Vice Admiral uncle and one was her youngest sister's husband. They had accidents and they died. I was completely shaken. It's almost like your foundation has been taken away from you on whatever you are standing. What is the purpose of this life? Are these people still there? I am there or not? My friends, what are we? Existential crisis started completely. And then I started reading books on life after death. What happens after death? So I read a lot of books on regression analysis. Anybody read any books on regression analysis? Hegde sahab, aapko haath nahi upar karna hai. You would be aware of this. Now, regression analysis is actually taking you into your past lives. Whether you believe it or not, forget it. But giving you the gist of those 30 books which I read. The gist was that the purpose of life is love. But you will understand what this love means practically only if you go inside, that is, if you start doing your meditation. This is the gist. You will understand this life only if you start doing meditation. So I and my wife Anuradha, we decided, okay, we will start doing meditation. And a colleague was there, Additional Commissioner Income Tax. She was doing transcendental meditation. So we said, okay, we'll start transcendental meditation. Mahesh Yogi, the old guys may have heard of him. We will start doing transcendental meditation. And we started doing that repetition of the mantra. My wife left it in 10 days. She says, ye mere bas ka nahi hai sab. And I was more particular, continued for 2, 3, 4 months. But then I was still very impatient. And because of this impatience, I wanted very quick results. That what is the purpose of this life? I need to understand that quickly. And this is not giving me the results. Then I came across another meditation called Vipassana. Who's done Vipassana? Very good. One. Normally I get 5, 6 hands when I speak about Vipassana. So I came across Vipassana. Vipassana is a tapasya, complete tapasya. You go into an ashram. 10 days you can't speak to anyone. And not even with eyes. And you are doing your meditation from morning till evening. So I did that, liked it very much. And by that time I had come to Mumbai and was heading the electricity board. Had come there. So I started this doing Vipassana regularly, even one of the buildings, because I was the head. So in the staff quarters, there was a building converted into a meditation hall, so that all the HODs, in the beginning the HODs come because the chairman is telling them. And then when they experience something, then they continue. So all of us started doing. After a year or two, I saw that I was forcing myself to go and sit for meditation. And I had still not got my answers. Still impatient. So I continued my search. I said I need to do something else. Continued with Vipassana, continued with whatever else I was doing. And then I came across Brahm Vidya. There was a High Court judge, Justice Dudhad, in Mumbai. He used to teach this Brahm Vidya. So I went there 6 months. This didn't move further because Justice Dudhad passed away. Then came across Gyan Yoga. There is a Dr. Partha Sarthi, Lonavla. He's got an ashram. So did that. Gyan Yoga, he's written Vedanta and all those famous books on Vedanta. So did that also. Didn't get my answers. Then Bhakti Yoga. Gita, I think everybody has read. So I don't need to ask you to raise your hands on that. Gita, Shri Krishna ji is saying that the best way to achieve realization is Gyan Yoga. If you get and now this Gyan is, what is this Gyan? Gyan is knowledge come experience. Normally we get only knowledge. Without experience it has no meaning. Because Gyan, like I am giving you Gyan right now, and if you go out and not experience it, it is lost. So Gyan Yoga is number one, then Karam Yoga and last one he says, if you can't do anything, then do Bhakti. Bhakti. So I said, I am not able to do anything, I am not getting results, let me start Bhakti. So temples, sitting for puja, doing that. So then I also came across Kriya Yoga. Then there is a Amma Bhagwan here near Chennai. There also I visited, did for some time. Finally, what happened? That I was doing 9-10 meditations together. I was not dropping anything. Kuch aur aaya, you continue with that. Continue. So in the morning, I would go for a walk on the race course in Mumbai, if anybody knows the race course. Go for a walk and pray. Please, bata do. Just tell me one, which I can follow. And then I came across a book called The Secret. How many people have read it? Same one, two. You would have. 3. Okay, good. 4. Very good. Okay, the book Secret says that anything which you want in your life, you create a visual that it has happened. And you have to ensure that normally not happened. I applied my visual that they have happened, and both things happened. So I was very impressed that I have found the secret. So then I said, now let me go to the ultimate. I visualized a Guruji, white hair, white beard, and he has put his hand on my head, and he has given me all the answers, and I am very satisfied, I am very happy. This is the visual I created. Now the story is going to take a twist. The whole thing is leading to that something else. So I am imagining this as per the book Secret, and a twist started happening in my life. I was in the, like I said, electricity board, 125,000 employees, and I used to be very strict, very tough. Anybody who's not paid the electricity bill, give him 3 warnings, cut the electricity. So electricity board and government was quite happy. A lot of revenues were coming. 6-7 months had passed. Then one day, my junior engineer in Nagpur went and cut the electricity of the chief minister. Chief minister's residence. He said, I had given 12 warnings to the PWD and they had not paid. So my MD as chairman has told me, so I've cut the electricity. So at that time, like you see this now, Arnab Goswami these days, the debates started on the television, whether cutting the electricity was correct or not correct. And full drama happening on TV and everywhere, newspapers. So the government got a little annoyed. So what is this happening here? So gave me an order that orally that I should suspend the junior engineer and his superintendent engineer who had done this. I refused. Dheet to na tha shuru se. So I refused. So the government gave a written letter suspending them, overruling the chairman. So they were placed on suspension, both of them. The whole MSCB went on strike immediately. Imagine whole state, electricity band. Why I am telling you this story is, what is the visual I have created? This side, the visual I have created is, I have found a Guruji, he has given me all the answers, I am so happy. And here is this huge stress coming in the life, this twist which is happening in the life. And so, within 8 hours, the government withdrew the suspension, the electricity strike went away. And but after that, 15 days later, I was transferred. So from there, I was sent to Yashoda. Yashoda is a training institute for the state level officers, and the IS officers also come there as additional DG there. So there I went very happily, although there was a separation and there was some pain inside because my wife was in Mumbai and I had gone to this place, Yashoda. But there I had this opportunity And yeah, the chief secretary was also angry. So he says, he is sitting idle in Yashoda. I want to send him for that election duty which is happening in UP as election observer. So I was sent to election, I'm talking about way back. I was sent as an election observer to Bagpat. Bagpat is a backward district, like Charan Singh, then Ajit Singh constituency, and so these are the people who were there. Somewhere, Chairman Saab, I had a feeling and intuition started coming that I am going to get my answer in Bagpat. My batchmate was a deputy election commissioner. Bagpat was considered a backward district. And if I had spoken to that deputy election commissioner, he could have put me in a better place. This place did not even have a circuit house. Like we have a circuit house here. Collector there converted a under construction animal hospital. 3 rooms had been constructed into a circuit house for me to stay there. He put some air conditioners also there. So I've reached there. Internally, this feeling is going on. I'm getting an answer here in Bagpat. So I did not get any change done for my duty or anything. And I roamed around all over Bagpat, everywhere. Jain Mandir, Sarp Mandir, any ashram which was there, you won't believe it. I even went to the Ram Rahim ashram. Have you heard of Ram Rahim? He's in jail these days. Ram Rahim ashram. Punjab, Haryana, those people who...
Assistant Executive Engineer Electrical of Vigilance Department for reading the winners list.
Essay writing competition for the students of NMPT High School, Panambur. First prize, Hansika, 8th B.
I request our Chief Guest, Sri Sanjay Bhatia sir, to hand over the prize to the winner.
Second prize, Hansika Karkera, 8th A. Second prize, Hansika Karkera, 8th A. Third prize, BC Latika, 10th. Third prize, BC Latika, 10th. Slogan writing competition for the students of NMPT High School, Panambur. First prize, Sharanya, 9th standard. Sharanya, 9th standard. Second prize, Sinchana P, 10th standard. Third prize, S. Komal Raksha, 9th standard. Essay writing competition for the students of Government High School, Meenakaliya. First prize, Vinod, 10th B. First prize, Vinod, 10th B. Second prize, Rupa, 10th A. Rupa, 10th A. Third prize, Devaraj, 9th A. Third prize, Devaraj, 9th A. slogan writing competition, Government High School, Meenakaliya. First prize, Akshata, 10th B. Akshata, 10th B. Second prize, Megharaj, 10th A. Third prize, first prize Dikshita, second prize Divya KS, third prize Veerappa Nayak. Very quick. Second prize Divya KS, third prize Veerappa Nayak. Essay writing competition for employees of NMPA and RCHW. First prize Dinesh Shet, Senior Account Officer Finance. Second prize Ritesh Kumar, AE Civil. First prize Dinesh Shet, Senior Account Office Finance. Second prize Ritesh Kumar, AE Civil. Third prize Somaya Naik. Third prize Somaya Naik, Fire Officer NMPA. And Ushma H, Safety Officer NMPA.
ಬೇಗ ಒಂದೊಂದೆರಡು ಮೂರು ದಿನ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡುದು. ಆಯ್ತು ಹೋಗಿ, ಆಯ್ತು ಹೋಗಿ.
ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಮಸ್ತೆ. ನೈಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಉಂಟು, ಹೌದು ಹೆಸರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಉಂಟು. ನೈಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಉಂಟು, ಹೌದು ಹೆಸರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಉಂಟು. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತುಂಟು, ವಿಳಾಸ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತುಂಟ.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡಿಗೆದಲ್ಲ. ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ?
ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಉಂಟು. ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಉಂಟು.
ಓಯ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನೀವೇ ಎಂಥವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಿವಿ ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ವಾ?
ಅವರಿಗೆ ಭಾಷೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಈಚೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ತಮ್ ಕೊಡಿ. ಈಚೆ ಕಾಯಲ್ಲ.
ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿ. ನೋಡಿ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ, ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ಲಂಚಕೋರತನವನ್ನು ಹಾಗೂ ಅಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕತೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಈಗ ತಡೆಯಬೇಕಿದೆ. ಇಂಥವರನ್ನು ಹಿಡಿದು ಲೋಕಾಯುಕ್ತ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ನೀಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ಏಕತೆ, ಭದ್ರತೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಮಗ್ರತೆಗೆ ಧಕ್ಕೆ ತರುವ ಈ ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರದ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೋರಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಹೋರಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ, ನೀವು?
ಬೇಡ ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ ಬೇಡ.
आजा आजा जिंद शामी आजा आजा जिंद शामी आजा जरी वाले नीले आसमाने के तल है नीले आसमाने के तल है
ಅದ್ಭುತ ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನ ನೀಡಿದ ಮುಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಾಡು ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಮೂಡಿಬರಲಿ ಮುಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಾಡು ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ NMPA.
अलार्म अभी बजा नहीं, किसान अभी मरा नहीं, अभी ये ब्रिज गिरा नहीं, खिलाड़ी अभी हारा नहीं, और अभी यहाँ रेप हुआ नहीं। ब्रिज गिरने दो, किसान को आत्महत्या करने दो, मेडल हारने दो और रेप होने तो दो, अलार्म थोड़ा बजने तो दो। अलार्म बजे कहाँ उठेंगे, सिर्फ काफी काम है हमें, कैंसिल मार दिया हाँ, हड़ताल बहार, व्हाट्सएप पे आप लगा, हम तो स्ट्राइक काला बैंड पहनना है, एक्टिविज्म को जगाना है, काला बैंड पहनना है, एक्टिविज्म को जगाना है। पर फिलहाल अलार्म बजा नहीं, अगला अलार्म बजने से पहले
जागो जागो जागो